Right, let's begin. I'm here with Megan Brent at the Perfect Pear in Perry, Georgia. We're going to talk about our restaurant. Uh, Megan, how did you get started, and how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for what feels like forever, but I've honestly been in the restaurant industry since I was about 16. I started as a waitress, but I've been doing this for myself for about 8 years now.
8 years. Wow. Okay, and that's a long time. So um, what inspired you to open the restaurant?
Um, I started off as a caterer here in Perry, just actually right down the street from where we are now, and we had sort of a push from some of our regular customers that they thought it would be a great idea for us to open up for lunch. We did a lot of private luncheons, um, bridal showers, baby showers, things like that, and there was apparently a need for it, so we answered the call, if you will.
Okay, and when you opened the actual restaurant, what kind of cuisine or type of cuisine did you serve here?
We do fresh salads. Chicken salad, pimento cheese are probably our biggest sellers. I'd say it has a southern touch, but we really put an emphasis on serving fresh food, made from scratch food. That was very important to me. We often have an entree special, while salads and sandwiches are the main features on our menu. Um, we always try to have an entree special, and if we can, we make sure that there are local ingredients or organic ingredients involved. So,
Okay, and of the specialties that you create, what would you say is your favorite dish that you create?
my favorite dish, my favorite item that we have here at the Perfect Pair in general is our pimento cheese. I don't go a day without at least a bite of my pimento cheese, and I always use the excuse if somebody else made it that it tastes right. But um, a dish that I'm probably most proud of is a sesame seared ahi tuna that I do with a pickled cucumber relish. Definitely has an Asian flair, and I don't get to make that food as often as I wish. And I do like to share with people sometimes that I don't just make chicken salad, pimento cheese. I am capable of making other foods that are fun and tasty. So.
And you said you like the organic and the local. How do you incorporate that into your menu? Do you use local farmers markets, or?
We do use we use the local farmers market and local farmers that sometimes aren't even at the market. But currently on our menu we do hamburgers. We do some gourmet hamburgers, and one of those does have pimento cheese on it. But we use Greenway Farms, that is just located right up the road in Roberta, Georgia. They actually make a jam, well, preserve, especially for us. They make a fig preserve that we use on a chicken balsamic fig panini, and we're really proud of that. People have come to the farmers market and asked the Dunaways who own Greenway if they can get that particular preserves, and of course they have to tell them no, that they all belong to Megan at the Perfect Pear. So again, we're proud of that. In any opportunity we have, we really do try to use local produce. Obviously, it depends on the time of year. It's a little harder in the wintertime. But salads, we do a summerberry salad. We change our menu with the seasons. And if I run by the farmer's market and squash is plentiful, then we'll have squash casserole. If tomatoes are plentiful, we put those on sandwiches, and we make bruschetta. It just, it's all based on what's available at the time. And we think that, the farmers are mighty good to us, and it's important to use local and organic items.
Well, and you can just taste the difference because it's so fresh. It just came out, it had not been sprayed with the chemicals and stuff like that.
Indeed. You really can. You're exactly right. And people know the difference. Again, that goes back to the emphasis on fresh, and how better to do fresh than to run to the farmers market and procure your lunch special.
If you could eat anywhere in the world under any other chefs, where would you choose? What restaurant would you choose to eat
other
at?
than McDonald's.
Oh.
I've eaten a lot of cheeseburgers in my day, and it shows. Probably the French Laundry. As a young girl, I always watched any type of cooking show, and of course they were much different. Not that I'm that old, but they were much different now than they are. I mean, then than they are now, because everybody's on the Food Network, and then they were very not that they're not interesting, but you just learn so much with, the French chefs and, this chef. There weren't a lot of celebrity chefs when I was 9, and I remember I always thought, one day I'm going to go to the French Laundry, I've not made it, but there's still time.
There you go. Can you tell me about any projects or accomplishments maybe that you consider to be most significant in your career that you've had so far?
It just really makes me happy and proud every day that people consistently come and dine with us. That is, without being sappy, because I can be, it's just special, people can go anywhere and they come to eat with you, and that's, it tickles me. I have no other word for it. It just makes my heart full. But I'm also very proud that what I've done from the ground up. That we've never borrowed money for this business. I wish that I had just a minimum wage for the hours that I've put into the Perfect Pear, but the full heart makes up for that for sure. But I'm very proud. I know that we are an anomaly, in the fact that we have not borrowed money or sold our souls to live our dreams. So.
Yes, exactly.
But it is very rewarding, every day. But I think we all know that 9 out of 10 restaurants fail because it is hard work, and people don't understand that it is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that you literally do put your heart and soul into it. It's not it's not just walking around and smiling and doing interviews, and it's hard work. It's hard work. The cooking's the easy part.
Cooking's the easy part.
For sure.
If you could go back then, would you do anything differently, or would you just say you've done it right the first time and you stay the same?
I think probably I don't know. I'm sure there's an easier way to have done things than the way I've done them, because that's just my personality. I've always done things the hard way. I think I probably would have gone to business school. That's what I would have done. I would have actually, gone to business, and I've learned so much, and again, it has been rewarding, but it's tough. It is tough, and a lot of times you learn things the hard way, like, and ignorance of the rules that doesn't account for anything. You have to know what's going on and be on your toes. So I think that probably a few more business classes instead of on-the-job training would have helped some.
Yes,
yeah, I think so.
You're located here in Perry, Georgia. It's a nice small town feel.
Proudly, yes.
And as a local entrepreneur, what advice would you give any future chefs or anyone looking forward to owning their own restaurant?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I'm kidding. I think my advice would be
go to business school.
Go to business school, but honestly, to certainly know from the beginning that it honestly is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Anything worth doing generally is hard, but there is a reason why the failure rate in restaurants is so high, because this is not for sissies by any means. You can't. There's so many different aspects. The people, just like I said earlier, the cooking's the easy part. You have to smile at people. It doesn't matter what you feel like. You have to come to work when it's your baby. I don't ask my girls and guys to do anything that I won't do or anything that I don't know how to do. And I think that you have to go in 100%. You cannot half step. We shouldn't half step in anything, but for sure in food service and the restaurant industry, ain't no half stepping.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, or how can people get in touch with you, and where can they find you?
They can find me right here in this lovely building at 922 Carroll Street in historic downtown Perry, Georgia, because this is where I live. I do have a bed about 3 minutes away, but this is where I live. And we are open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The ultimate goal is to be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but I can only work 100 and so many hours before I feel like, I'm going to kill over.
Pass out,
yeah. But yeah.
All right, and then maybe sometime we can come back and do a interview with you on your other hobby, the singing career that you have.
Sure thing. You can actually come to band practice with me on Wednesday nights.
There you go. Megan, we appreciate it, and thank you very much, and I hope everybody stops by here and visits the Perfect Pear.
Happy to do it for you.
Thank you.
What was your